Evening all. We're starting up the live stream EQ test and see how this goes. We're currently pointing at a nondescript little dot in the sky, and that nondescript little dot in the sky is Neptune. I'm currently using the Rubinar, so I'm not pushing exposures too long. Not going to do a lot of, probably not going to do any dim objects because the moon's nice and bright in the sky tonight. So, this is our starting point. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to something else. I'm going to let it slew over. Now, I'm currently running 60-second exposures, so I'll need to give it a little bit. Next one should be coming up soon. Let me go ahead and drop this down to a 15 real quick. I don't have the push to talk set up right now, so we'll see how this goes. I actually do have it turned on. All right. So what are we pointed at? Let's see. I know we are a little off, but there we go. We got Pegasus cluster. So let's go ahead and pick out a couple stars real quick. This looks about right. Rotationally, I am off by less than a degree. But instead of syncing things up, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the move Stellarium's display around. Let's see if we can get one of these dimmer stars. There we go. Now let's go in and all right. Go ahead and do a capture and sync. But as we can see, we are pretty set up. Let's go ahead and move this over. Now let's see how well this comes out. And it looks like we might be dead on. Alright, just a quick sync and adjust. So I am currently running on the EQ6. Well, just a hair. Alright, like I said, I'm currently running on the EQ6. In order to get things to line up correctly, what I've done is I've enabled equatorial view in Stellarium. So everything's orientated properly until I slew to the other side of the sky, and then everything's flipped, and then I'll have to do a simple flip. So just a second. Alright, so I'm just going to turn the mic back on and not worry about the click to talk right now. So, as you can see, with a little bit better go-tos, you're able to pick out dim little targets and have it pop up in the overlay. Sorry, I don't have a black background on here. I didn't do a color filter to turn this black, and I don't have flats or darks or anything for a full widescreen capture where it crops on the top and the bottom and fills for a Sharpcap. So, but again, there we go. We can go in and turn off the overlay. And my 15-second needs new flats. Plus, I got a bunch of little dust bunnies. So, as you can see, you got dust bunnies here, little dust specks. That's because I've been kludging lately. But so for the most part, it looks like this is working out pretty well. Let me find another target. As far as if you're hearing like a hiss or whatever in the background, that's actually my air filter, my air purifier running. So sorry about that, folks. Now, the moon being as bright as it is, I could try to hit a galaxy low on the horizon, but I don't think that's going to work out. So, let's see this. Let's come down. Let's see if we can get that. Not sure. We'll find out. Now I'm going to mute the mic here for a second. Okay, so I just did a sync and it says that I'm 0.04 degrees off. Okay, that's good enough for me. Alright, let's run our long exposure. And if anybody knows where I'm pointed, don't give it away. If I can actually catch anything with the moon being out as bright as it is, I'll be surprised. But this is also fairly low on the horizon. Waiting for the first frame to come in. It'll be about 20 seconds. Not sure if we're going to get anything, but let's give it a shot. Well, we have hints. Let's do just a quick little stack. I'm just going to go over into the FX option in Sharpcap and just do a 3-frame stack. And we'll see how that comes out. Now, while we're waiting for the stacks to come in, what I'm going to do is I'll turn the overlay back on. Looks like we are off just a little bit, so I adjusted it. One more frame coming in. It's not probably not going to be aligned correctly. Probably get some eggy stars, but let's see how it comes out. Again, this is fairly low in the sky. This is just above the treetops to the west. But after this, what I'll do is I'll go east of the meridian and see if just a simple flip, because I'm running an RGB right now. Let's see if a simple flip in RGB will work out. Doesn't look like the quick rapid stack is going to work out, so let's cut that out. Yeah, it looks like the rapid stack just isn't working. So now that everybody's blind, let's see. Let's pick something over on the other side of the meridian, and then as I'm shooting in RGB, Um, I have the option to flip horizontally or vertically so that I can get orientation correctly. So let's do that. Anyway, there we go. So we get a little bit of the veil in there. All right, now let's find another target. Now I'm currently slewing over. Now I'm going to drop the exposure time down. And you guys might know what this is. Let's do a quick sync and then we'll get it set up. Now I'm doing the final slew. Seeing this is a nice bright target, I'll just run a regular 15-second exposure. As we can see, the overlay isn't correct. In fact, I'm going to key in stars to make this a little bit easier. So as you can see, it is flipped, and that's because we're on the other side of the meridian. So what you can do, let's go ahead and flip this RGB mode. And we are pretty close to dead on. Hold on, let me reset. Now that we see that stars are pretty much lining up, I'll go ahead and drop the star overlay. And there we go. So when you flip over, when using the setup, flip over to the other side of the meridian, you do a vertical and horizontal flip in RGB. In the RGB options in Sharpcap, and that will get you oriented correctly. Now, something I just happened to come across earlier in the evening. I'm going to try to find a satellite. Now, this could be hit or miss, but I was uh, just working on calibration and everything, getting everything set in, and noticed a streak. Noticed a streak going across the top of the image. So then keyed in. I enabled the satellite finder, the satellite overlay, and was able to identify the satellite that was basically ruining my shot. Um, it was actually more accurate than what we saw with the Altair test. So I'm going to disable the overlay here for a second. I'm now slewing to another area of the sky. The satellite's a little dim. I'm not sure if I'll pick it up. Let's go ahead and let this exposure run. Let's see if we can get it to pop up. Not sure if we're going to be able to get it. Let's try one. Try to look for one that's moving a fair bit. Give it a little bit to dial this in real quick. Now with the moon out, hold on. Hold on a second. As you can see, I'm off just a little bit, but I've just identified satellites. Let me go ahead and line this up real quick. So it looks like we're able to identify 2 out of the 3 satellites that are currently passing through the frame. No overlay. Let me adjust the levels real quick. Okay, so here we are with no overlay. And we know we got satellites passing through. And there we go. Looks like EchoStar 18 should be coming into view here pretty soon. And again, I'm not sure if I'm 100% dead on. Let me click on a star. Let me key in the overlay. So here we are essentially identifying what satellites are passing through. Not sure what this guy is, but there's your EchoStars, 18 and 16. Amazonas 5, Amazonas 3. Probably if I ran an update on my satellite database, on the satellite databases I connect to, I can probably pick it up. Looks like we're also picking up another guy here too that's also not in the database. But the nice thing about this is, yes, you're able to identify satellites passing through the frame. So that's another advantage to this. Personally, I think this is kind of cool. So yeah, just flick it on and off. Looks like we got a couple more in here that aren't identified. Stellarium, I don't think Stellarium is exactly the best for this, but it does halfway decent. Your major documented satellite should pop up. So here we go. This is actually an additional fun tool that can be used in public outreach. So let's try the whole moon crater thing. I don't know if the camera is going to freeze up or not, but we'll give it a shot. Now, because the moon has passed the meridian, I'm doing a complete 180 to get back to it. I think the camera froze up, so I'm going to reset the camera real quick. Sorry about that, folks. Hopefully it didn't freeze up again. Okay, so as you can see, we got the moon in there. Let's drop our exposure time down. All right, now we know that we are flipped because we went past the meridian again. So let's fix the orientation. Let's get it centered. Close enough. Now let's key in the overlay. Not perfect, but let's readjust this real quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do crater matching. Again, the overlay is not 100% dead on. Let's try to adjust this a little bit. Now we can pick out individual craters and features on the moon. So what we can do is, hold on a second. I'm gonna see if there's some way. I know you can do custom maps, custom images for the moon. Look at the possibility of doing a transparent moon, just like a general outline, and then go from there. So you just simply replace your moon image in Stellarium with just an outline. So basically, you just center up the circle and you're good. Talking about circles, looks like we got some contrail. Not perfect, but it should be okay. Close enough. I think with the transparent moon overlay, you'll be able to get this to work out pretty well. So as you can see, not bad, not bad. I think if you're doing like high magnification uh, of the moon, looking at particular regions of the moon, I think this would probably work out pretty well, especially with we do like a custom overlay, a custom transparent overlay, um, to allow you to pick out individual craters. Now, I don't think that that's something that a lot of folks are going to be doing, but I can always put feeler out to the Stellarium developers to see if they might be interested in adding in augmented reality features. Honestly, I think augmented reality features would be pretty cool. And actually, it looks like my camera froze up again. So, on that note, I'm going to keep this short because I skipped dinner tonight. Um, we are going to wrap this up. Thanks for watching. As you can see, it does work with EQ mounts as well. In fact, with good go to with good go-to mounts, good go-to on an EQ mount, it actually works out better. Um, so until next time, clear skies and revel in your uniqueness in this vast universe.